pitch, he takes the pressure off entire lineups, and typically he doesn't need a ton of runs and support. No one should be surprised if he settles in and takes full control of this game. That's what he's looking to do for sure.
And misses inside.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
That one missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Acuna runs. There's the ball. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Bunts it in the air. Harper makes the grab, run away. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. He's trying for third. Pitch outside. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Got a comfortable lead, got a great jump.
Tags the runner, that's wrong. And no throw. He's into first easily. Here's Austin Riley. Wheeler with a throw over. Harris dives back in safely.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. That is close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that.
Runner goes again. Pitch is low. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. Jared Kelman waiting for a turn at the plate. Harris at third with 2 away. Down the corner for a strike. Full count now.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there in the head.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A 2-run homer.
Freaking go, baby.
2-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Jared Kelman. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Wheeler checks over to first, and he's back.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
There goes the runner. Strike in there. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Runner on the go again. Looking. Good job of damage control right there. The two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the first. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Gathers and throws to first. Schwarber out of the play. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Steve?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Clobber to right field, way back.
Well, we put a really nice swing on that one. Everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Yeah, there's a ball. And singing, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
And it's 1-1. Castellanos off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. Going to count 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris after it. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here in Philadelphia, now it's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. And the right-hander back to work. And a swing and a miss there.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boo. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the...
Oh, and that deflects off his glove. And they get the out after the ricochet. Here's Orlando Arcia. And a foul ball. Arcia, a former All-Star, 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground. And there's a hit. Here's Sean Murphy, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Puts a bunt down. Harper takes it himself, and that's an out on the sacrifice.
Really nice technique right there to get that sac bunt down. Advances that runner up another base. That was his job. He got it done.
So the batting order turns over, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. And a swing and a miss.
Baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Bryson Stott leading things off and takes a strike. To the right side. To first. That's 1 out the bottom of the second. JT Realmuto steps in. First pitch just misses.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Randy Marsh steps to the plate.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
The Phillies trailing by a run, bottom half of inning number 2. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. Check swing, and that's a ball. Line drive, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he's into third with a 2-out triple.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
That one the other way. Albies over to first. That's the inning. So they pick up a 2-out triple, but can't bring them home. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Braves 2. And we're back. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Wheeler back to work.
You almost have to feel bad for Matt Olson after what happened in 2023. He played every game, hit 54 home runs, drove in 139, led the league in slugging, and he still wasn't even named a finalist for the National League MVP award.
Next offering upstairs.
In all seriousness, I don't think anyone is feeling bad for Matt Olson. 2023 was a phenomenal season for him, whether he was an MVP finalist or not.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Bounced up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. And it's fouled away. One out, base is empty. That one almost got him. Sets him down looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a cold ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Riley in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And there's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Braves go down quickly. Still lead it 2-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career, but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. He talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
Up and in, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Not a very good curveball right there, but sometimes those high breaking balls kind of surprise you as a hitter, and when they stay high, just a little more velo on them to get by you. And that 2-strike count, I thought it was a pretty good pitch to hit. I think he got a little too excited and tried to do too much.
Turner in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Braves up by a run here in the last half of the 3rd. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 2.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Great little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
That clips the zone. 0-2 now.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the
and a swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Philadelphia, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Jared Kelman. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that one cutting but missing down low.
You know, these Braves did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and we're seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
And now it's even out.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So here's the Braves designated hitter, Forrest Wall.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Tag. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Such a quick and fast swing of emotions right there. You get the runner on with the walk, which is great, but then it's a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to try to get in the scoring position, but you just have to be a little smarter there.
Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch is outside, ball one.
One strike.
And now 1-2.
One ball, two strikes.
The pitch. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down. Doing here this half. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's a cleanup hitter for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Phils, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And Acuna able to make the grab.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Boom. Batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
One strike.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. One down, Phillies down a run. The punch out there. Now 2 away.
Well, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off of the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Stop in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Strike 2. Right-hander kick steals. And 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Righty to the plate. And they'll do it again. Right side, Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Here comes a pitch. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Got him to chase one upstairs there. Ball to strike. The pitch. Upstairs. Out there to center. Rojas has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now the catcher.
So here's Murphy now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Right through there for a strike.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. That shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
One down, base is empty. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. He's someone who grew up playing baseball with his friends. Singy, his school is next door to the only baseball field in his hometown.
Yeah, and that made it easy to jump the fence and play games after class, which is exactly what they did. School started at 7, but the moment it was over, it was time for baseball. Ronald would play until his mom yelled for him to come home for dinner.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets him. Games go down quietly. They needed 2 more. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And now it is JT Realmuto. Fastball for a strike. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. And it's strike 2.
1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tall on the fastball.
Next offering upstairs. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set up a high fastball and then buried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. There's a strike. Marsh measures 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. There's a line drive to left field. Takes a tumble and hangs on.
He kind of lost his balance at the end there and gave us a little flare, but that was a really nice job tracking it down, and that thing was sinking fast. If it gets by him, it was going to roll for a while.
And now it's going to be Johan Rojas. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That one ripped. Harris racing after it. Won't get to this one in the alley. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Schwarber up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Turner, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Rojas on third. Schwarber on at first with 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're through 5. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. Back here in Philadelphia, top 6. And now the first baseman, Matt Olson. Wheeler back to work. For Matt, a pretty impressive resume. A first-round pick back in 2012. The Braves extended him 8 years, $168 million. Remember, they traded for him right at the end of the lockout in 2022, middle of March. So he didn't have a ton of time to get acclimated to his new team. And that's off the inside edge. And the count 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time. One of the things from 2023, great counting stats for Matt Olson, but the hard hit rate was through the roof. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him swinging. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the right-hander deals. On a line, base hit. For Atlanta, Austin Riley, and it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, but 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, tag, ow! A bullet from JT Realmuto.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Good eye in that spot. That one at 95 missed up top. The count now 2-2. Base hit.
The left fielder, number 24.
Jared Kelman will hit next. Swing and a miss.
Wow, he had no trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 man left. Part of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Well, we go bottom 6. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. The pitch. Ball 1 to Bryce. Missing inside, and the count is 2-0. And another ball. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time. Harper retired.
The right fielder.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. First pitch, not close. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that one is gone. Nick Castellanos. Goes deep. And this game is tied. It's 2-2. And now it's Alec Bohm. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one fouled off. Got him. And there are 2 down.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
This is Bryson Stott. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. And he deals. That one finds the zone. 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Sir Anthony Dominguez. And now it's the Braves DH, Forrest Wall, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The pitch. Not even close there. Yeah, the count 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That's a little bit low. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Connor Brogdon up and throwing. Strong warming up as well. Outside low. And now 2-0. Wouldn't chase that time. Pitch is in there. 3 balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
3-2 on the way. Struck him out looking.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Now, here is Orlando Arcia. Inside, just missed.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one not close. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3. Down quickly here. Score remains 2-2.
The catcher.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joe Jimenez. Pulls that one foul.
Well, these Phillies just have... produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They haven't run a single count full in this ball game, and that's just wild to me. That stat alone shows they're making it way too easy to get them out.
And a pitch. He goes down looking. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering in there for a strike. And 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. Just off the inside edge. That's out to center field. Arcia makes the grab for the second out.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Rojas stands in now, looks at that one inside. The other way. Olsen takes it to the bag, and the Phillies are set down in order. So they go quietly there. We look ahead to inning number 8. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Connor Brogdon. Now it's the Atlanta catcher. Sean Murphy. The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. He's under it. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Acuna in the box now, takes strike 1. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Orion Kerkering up and loosening in the pen. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He powers that one out of here. And now they're out in front. It's 3-2.
Acuna is someone who is always just a swing away from doing something special. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Here is Matt Olson, known for his late inning heroics. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Brogdon measures 6 feet 6 inches, 205 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. One down, base is empty. He was late there, strike 1.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not even close there. And that's ball 2. Kicks and fires. That pitch just misses the inside corner. And now 3-2. Up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. And Olsen is set down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Got the back going too soon at strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Braves get one of the big fly. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, and now the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And a pitch. And that one is inside ball one. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-0. And fouled off.
Well, notice they've been pitching him hard inside, and the key is if you're going to make a mistake, you got to make it off the dish. If it leaks out over the plate with this kind of power, you'll be asking for a new baseball.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Trey Turner now. There's a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And the 0-1.
That's out the corner.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Turner is out. And there's 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Harper.
Here's Harper now. He's already homered in this game.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And another ball.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if you will.
Just misses without one.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line and into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 2. So coming into the game now on defense, Edmundo Sosa. He takes over as the new first baseman. The new pitcher in the game, Matt Strong.
Just trying to keep this one close here. And this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off, Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. And a pitch. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And now the lefty, the bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And it's strike 2.
1 and 2.
That one at 95 missed up top, and the count is 2-2. And a pitch. That missed by a lot, and it's 3-2. At the belt and fires. Caught him looking for the K. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Jared Kellner next up for the Braves. And the slider catches the zone. Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's 0-2. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That one misses. Counts full 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Forrest Wall next up for the Braves. Trying to move him over here. Sosa. Spin throw, that's 1. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Snap throw to first. Wall back on a dive.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in the scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
1-run game here at the top of the 9th. Runner goes again. And it throws offline, safe at third. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Let's go! Talk it up, baby, let's go!
And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Base is empty with 2 away. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Orlando Arcia, 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 9th. Just missed. Good eye right there. Next offer in there for a strike. 2-2. And another ball. So now 3-2. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Now a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Murphy at the plate now. That's ball 1. Arcia off of first with 2 away. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's 5-2. You're dialed into the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Down to third baseman, Alec Bohm. Now time called. Pitching coach coming out for a meeting as 2 relievers continue to throw in the bullpen. Chris Sale into the game. He has a great slider with tons of
Now
movement.
pitching for the Braves, number 51, Chris Sale.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one missing inside. Sale, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. 2-0 the count. Here it comes. In the air, right field. Makes the catch for the out. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. And first offering is fouled off. Sale ready. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. That's back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all. But with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
Ground ball, and this should do it. And that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played
Freaking
game.
go, baby.
Everything, some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
The final line score for our